Hey y'all, it's Ebony. Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing okay today. So y'all, we are back for another hair video. Whether or not I would call this a tutorial is another question. I think that's up to you. I would love it if y'all learned something from this, but if you just want to stick around and watch me do my hair, that is all good in the hood. Now, a quick disclaimer, I am not a professional, as you guys can tell by the video, but I do my own hair because one, is cheaper than paying somebody to do my hair, and two, I want my hair. These stylists be pulling my edges out. I don't like that. So in today's video, y'all, I'm going to be trying a new style. Now, I am doing braids. I also have another braid video tutorial here on my channel where I did knotless braids. Check that out if you are interested in that. But I am doing braids, but the type of style that I'm doing is one that I've never done on myself before. So I was a little nervous going into it, but trying to be optimistic because I wanted to try something new. And if I can do it, y'all probably can do it too. So what I started out with at the beginning of this video, which because I was rambling, we already passed that part, but I started with some Janet collection pre-stretched hair. I was using the 1B burgundy color, I believe. So I started with that. I also have some hair clips, a detangling comb. I have a rat tail comb. I have some braiding jam. And what else I got? Oh, the olive oil leave-in conditioner. So as y'all saw, I had my hair in some twists, which I took out and detangled each one of those twists before I, started parting and doing all that stuff. And then when I was ready to part, I parted from ear to ear to create two sections. And then in the back section, I'm going to start with some knotless braids. So after I get the parts that I wanted, I just started braiding. So I do have, like I said, another video specifically dedicated to knotless hair and all that good stuff on my channel if y'all want to check it out. But what y'all just see me doing here, so essentially you just split the piece of hair in three, right? Then you take a small piece of the braiding hair, add it in. I do two basically rotations of a braid and then add in another piece of hair, do two more rotations, add in another piece of hair, do two more, add in another piece of hair, and then I just braid down from there. So each piece of your hair should have two pieces of the braided hair attached to it, if that makes sense. Now, my parts ain't the straightest, ain't the best. I'm not very uniform either with my braids, but that's just something you learn as you go. I've been doing my hair for a long time, but it's still a struggle for me to be uniform, to get parts straight and stuff like that. It comes easier to some than it does for others. Don't be hard on yourself. Have fun with your hair. I just was doing what I felt like I wanted to do, and as many braids, as many rolls as you create on your head is entirely up to you. I just was going with the flow. I didn't want the braids to be too small, but I didn't want them to be too big. So I was doing a size that that I was comfortable with. So do what feels right, have fun with it, y'all. There's no rules to it. But look, this is what my hairs look like after I have a few of the rolls in. I'm literally just keep going up and up and up until I reach that ear to ear section that I created. That's all I'm doing. Knotless braids, keep going up and up and up, y'all. I feel like the most time consuming part of doing knotless braids in general actually is parting, unless you're doing like the free form parts, because sometimes I just do those rounded free parts and stuff like that. That's pretty quick because you ain't really got to be too precise. But when you're trying to do these straight boxy parts, y'all, that parting take forever. But right here, this look like it's the last braid of the section, y'all. We making our way to the top. I'm about to reach that top section of my head where I'm gonna do something a little different. So I hope y'all made it this far in the video. If you have, y'all know what to do. Like this video, subscribe, do all that good stuff, please, and thank you. Reach to your heart all the way. so we was on the last braid. So now that I have reached the top section of my head, y'all, I'm about to make some cornrows across the front. Now, I have a video on my channel where I was doing some pre-vacation prep, and in that prep I got my hair done recently, a style similar to this. Obviously the stylist did way better, but the aftermath of that style, y'all, I felt like that style was pulling out my edges. It was so tight. I was telling the stylist, I'm like, ma'am, you're gonna have to chill, you are braiding a little too tight. It hurt. I had to keep telling her while she do my hair, I'm like, girl, it hurt. Her braids were extremely small. I must have had, I don't even know how many braids I had across the front, y'all. I'll link the video somewhere up top, but I must have had at least 30 braids across the front of my head. And y'all, they were so tight, so small. I said, you know what? I want a style like that, but I ain't doing that again because I'm not about to, you know, pay that price in my hair. So this time around, I tried some cornrows across the front. Yes, I did. I made my parts thicker, and I was not braiding as tight because I want my edges. So the first braid, y'all, I feel like I keep putting myself down in this video, but just one thing about me, I'm a Virgo, I'm a perfectionist to the T, well, in most things, but when I have a hairstyle, I want my style to look, you know, presentable, so I do be a little critical, but nevertheless, the first braid wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. As y'all notice, I kind of braid to the side. Like, I don't really braid over the top of my head. Y'all will see me how I position my hands on another braid later in the video. But like for the sides of my hair, I find it just easier for me to braid from the side. So the first braid didn't come out as bad as I thought it would. It wasn't as difficult. I only had to do it one time. You know, I thought I was gonna have to keep doing it. So okay, this is what I mean by braiding from the top, y'all. So right here, I was trying to braid from the top. Eventually for this braid, I had to go over to the side because braiding from the top is not the way that I'm used to braiding, y'all. But like I said, I will show y'all a different angle later in the video so that y'all can see how I'm doing this. As y'all can see, I did leave out a nice amount of my edges because I want my edges, y'all. I really do. And my hair was not very tight. I love that for me. Okay, y'all, so this is that same braid that I was working on literally in the last clip. So this is what I mean by braiding from the side. Like, it's easier for me to, if I just turn my head and braid that way. I don't know why, just braiding above my head, y'all, something about that in my mind, it don't be registering and I be missing steps, and then stuff just don't come out right. But whatever way you can attach the braid to your head, braid that way. Braid that way. Okay, so here we have another angle where y'all can see the front top of my head. Like I said, I did leave a good amount of my edges out. My edges already is just not where I would like them to be, so I don't want to put any more stress on them, unnecessary stress on them. And y'all see my widow's peak just peeking? Y'all, that widow's peak stay in the way, but it's all good. But here I am trying to braid from the top, so obviously for the middle top portion of my head, I did have to braid like that. So for these parts, I just took it slow. I will say, pro tip, y'all, detangle your hair as much as possible beforehand, because that's where I messed up. I thought I could just take those twists out, add a little conditioner, run that wide tooth comb through them and it'll be a good day. No ma'am, no ma'am. I would personally recommend that you know, do a good little blow dry beforehand, y'all. Now I know my natural girlies like myself do not like putting heat on our hair. There are heat protectants out there. You could put your blow dryer on cool setting, but I do think a good, thorough, nice detangle is going to reduce the time that you spend doing your hair and help you out. Because the whole time I had to keep detangling. It's like every, you know, every time I, you know, made a motion, made a braid, every time I had to detangle it. So that really gets old very quick. So doing a cornrow is very different from doing a you know, individual braid, box braid, and it is difficult, I will say, y'all, but I'm sure y'all can do it. What I do personally, I just do a few strokes of, you know, a braid on my natural hair first, and then I start adding in the braiding hair. So again, as I mentioned, for the knotless braids, every about 2 strokes I add in more hair, and when I reach the end of my scalp, as I did here, I just braid, and then it's not until maybe I reach like not the middle of the shaft, but I braid for a minute until I add more hair, and at that point I'm only adding hair to create length. So yeah, see right here, I'm just adding more hair because, you know, the top of your hair is going to be shorter than the bottom. I wanted them all to be relatively even, so I was adding more hair to create length. And I was taking very small pieces when I was adding hair at this point because I wasn't trying to, you know, increase the thickness. Like I said, I only really wanted the length at this point. Yay, y'all, we are done. I was so happy. I was like I said, a little critical, but I was really feeling myself, and I was proud of myself that I actually did this on myself, because I've been wanting to try new styles, but I always talk myself out of it, y'all. So I was really happy. I'm like, she did that, period. So at this point, I'm just braiding down the length of the braid a little bit more because some of them like unraveled. I think one of them I had stopped like halfway through because I thought I was going to take it out, but I said, you know what, I'm not taking it out, I'm gonna just leave it. So I'm just braiding down to where I wanted to stop. I didn't braid all the way down because at the end I braided them all together before I dipped them, so that I can undo the braid and have like a nice little wave going on. Similar to my knotless video, the thought of me doing the little wave at the end was very last minute. I didn't go into this thinking I was gonna do that, but like I said, I was just having fun, and I thought the little wave was gonna be cute, like a cute little thing going on in my hair. So yeah, I just braided down the braids as much as I wanted them to be braided down to, and then I braided the sections so that when I dip them, like I said, I can unravel them and have a nice little wave. And as always, y'all, I dip my hair twice. So I boil the water, and I don't need it like boiling, but I need it very hot. So I boil the water and then dip each side, and then I pour that out, fill it up again, boil it again, then dip it again. So here I'm using some edge control. Y'all don't come for the edges, cause girl, I can't do the swoops like the girls do. And then I use some mousse, frizz setting mousse. I put that all over. do a little zhuzh, a little 1-2, a little this, a little that. Then I throw a scarf on top. A do-rag probably would do really good, but I don't own a do-rag, so yep, I put a scarf on top. After the ends are dry, I think I let them dry for about 30 minutes, just sitting in the braids, I undo the braids. Y'all, I love that. That's so cute, ain't it? The first day, the little curls, waves, whatever you want to call them, they're nice and tight. I thought that was really cute. Then I removed my scarf. I did. I was nervous to look. That's when my eyes were closed. And then I just fluffed it out a little bit because, as you can see, my scarf created a little indentation in the braids. But that's what they came out to look like. I was not mad, y'all. For this to be my first time trying this, I wasn't mad at it. If I were to try this again, I would definitely detangle a lot beforehand. But yeah, y'all, that is all from me. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all have a great day, great week whenever you're watching. And until next time, y'all, peace.